All right, video 2, second series of videos on what I'm calling the intersection of Taiko and Western drumming. And this second series has been on hand independence. Video 2 on hand independence. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to review what I started talking about in video 1, and we're going to elaborate on this idea of one hand being the G player in a Taiko format, and the other hand being a Taiko player. So you're actually going to be playing two parts by yourself. And first video we talked about keeping a straight G feel with one hand. And so we're going to review that, and then we're going to change the G to the swing beat. So this is going to be a little bit more technically difficult. Okay, so let's go back and review. First video talked about the idea of keeping straight time with one hand and then flamming on the other hand. Right? Switching to the left, put the G right on the left hand, put the other beats, which we'll call the Taiko part, on the right hand. So we had a pattern that we went through, which I'm going to get into in a moment. But going to the swing beat, I'm going to have you guys out there start with the same concept that we talked about the last time, which is just getting comfortable and relaxed with keeping a straight beat a swing beat with one hand and adding a flam with the other hand. So I'm going to have the G is going to be my right hand, swing beat, and then I'm going to throw the left. So you got to get relaxed with that, you got to get comfortable with that idea. Now I'm going to move the swing G to my left hand and do the same quote-unquote Taiko part with my right hand. Alright, so that's probably going to be a lot more difficult for those people who are not naturally left-handed. I am not naturally left-handed, so for me that's definitely requires more focus on my part when I'm doing the G on my left, on my non-dominant hand. Okay, so let's get back to our pattern. So in the first video we did this pattern: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, and we looped it. Okay, that same series of beats with the swing. And again, tempo is not important, just getting your timing, relaxing, getting used to the idea first before you try to speed up. So I'm gonna try the G on my right hand: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think what you're going to find with doing this swing beat, that's probably going to be the most difficult of any of the patterns, is the flamming on the swing. Right, so you may just want to practice the flams by themselves. So when you get into that last transition, transition back to the top of the pattern. Okay, now, as always, switch. Put the G over on the left. Taiko part, quote unquote, on the right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that's the drill. Ultimately, you want to try it on the play it on the Taiko. So let's go back. I'm going to keep the G on the left for the moment. G on the shime, Taiko part on the Taiko. Opposite. Okay, there you go. So that's basically taking the first exercise in the first video, notching it up one level in technique, and actually more sophisticated, more complicated with the swing. Practice it slowly. Try to stay relaxed before you even speed it up. And if you don't have to Taiko, you can always use the Fuchi. Perfectly fine. Just have to have two sounds. Try to keep that swing going in whichever hand is playing the G. There you go, video 2.